Hey guys, so in this channel, we often talk about extended chords. Extended chords, guys, are those numbers above the 7 when we refer to 9th, 11th and 13th chords, okay, which are nothing but the 2nd, 4th and 6th degree, 1 octave higher. Now, there is a full lesson on the channel where I break down all of the 9th, 11th and 13th chords and I explain the theory behind them, I show you examples and all of that. If you haven't watched it yet, you'll find the link in the description below. However, today I want to select only 4 chords that are must know if you guys want to play R&B, neo-soul, on acoustic guitar, on electric guitar, and any other genre which is a little bit more jazzy. Okay, so let's see these survival 4 positions that you guys all must know. Okay, I will start by introducing 2 extensions to minor 7th chords. Okay, we're gonna have a look at minor 11th, which is a minor 7th with the 11th, and the minor 9th, which is a minor 7th with the 9th. Okay, now the minor 11th position that we all have to know because we use it all the time on guitar is this one. Okay, this, for example, is an A minor 11. So the voicing of this is 1, flat 7, flat 3, and 11, so there isn't the 5th. When we don't play the 5th, which is very common, we say that the chord is omit 5. Okay? But anyway, this is an A minor 11. Okay, and it's a replacement really for an A minor 7. Okay, and it sounds really cool on guitar. Right. So this is the first of the 4 positions. Let's have a look at the second because again it's an extension of a minor 7 chord and it's the minor 9th. So we'll be playing a D minor 9. Okay, like this. I love the voicing of this. Even this is omit 5. It's 1, flat 3, flat 7 and 9th. However, here it's a little easier if you also want to include the 5th because you can just do this. Okay, and it's gonna be not an omit 5, it's just going to be a D minor 9. However, we're gonna have a look at it this way, which is more common, I would say. So that's a D minor 9. So we have an A minor 11, we have a D minor 9. So with these 2 positions, using one of these 2 positions twice to be fair, with a distance of a whole step, we can already play a nice R&B chord progression, like... like this. Nice and simple, but it sounds way more interesting than just using minor 7 chords. And by the way, guys, this is a classic 4 minor, 5 minor, 1 minor. In this case, we are in the key of D minor. Okay. Now let's have a look at the other 2 positions that I want you to absolutely learn and practice and use. Okay. So the first one I want to show you is a dominant 7 chord because it feels like we don't talk about dominant 7 chords enough. Okay, when we refer to the extensions. So I want to extend the dominant 7 chord to the 9th and I want to start from a B7 extended to the 9th, so B9. But I want to play this chord not with the 3rd, which would be like this, but I want to play it sus4, like this, which is also much more common and modern in the sound. Now this chord is a B7, which we have extended to the 9th, so it is a B9. This is the extension that we're going to be using, the 9th, but we're also making it sus4. We're not really using the 11th. Yes, I know that the 4th and the 11th, guys, are the same note, but when there isn't a 3rd, you have to say that the chord is sus, suspended. Check this out. Okay. So we can't just say we're taking a B7, we're extending it to 9th and to the 11th. Well, not really, because we are taking off the 3rd, okay? If you had the 3rd and the 11th, they would clash. They would sound like a dissonance, okay? So to me, this is a B9 sus4. However, you can also look at this as an A triad with the B in the bass, as long as you know the B is the actual root, and you should look at this as a dominant 7 chord, a B7, extended to the 9th, sus4, B9 sus4, or A or B. Now, with this in mind, what is the other chord that we haven't extended to 9th, 11th or 13th just yet? It's the major 7th. So what I would like to do is taking now an E major 7th and extending it to the major 9th. So getting an E major 9. Like this. Okay, even this, by the way, guys, is an omit 5 the fifth would be here, but if we don't want to use it, the voicing is going to be 1, 3, 7, 9. Okay, like this. Which sounds really good with this together. Okay, so we have found another way to use the second pair of positions that we must know together so that you guys can practice it in a more creative way. Okay, we have a B9 sus4. The voicing for this, like we said, is root, flat 7, the 9th, and then the 4th. Okay, so 1, flat 7, 9, 4, going to an E major 7, which is 1, 3, 7, 9. Like this. Okay, so tension, a dominant 7 chord. Okay, releasing the tension, resolving to a beautiful major 9th voicing. Okay, so let's recap. The 4 must-know positions when we refer to 9th and 11th chords. Really, we haven't talked about any 13th. Today, if you guys are interested in learning even more 13th positions, let me know and I'll show you a few more in my next lesson, okay? But recapping what we have learned today, we have learned minor 11th chords with the root on the E string, like these two. Then minor 7 chord extended to the 9th, so minor 9th with a root on the A string. Then we have learned a dominant 7 chord extended to the 9th but played sus4, so B9 sus4, rooted on the E string, and a major 9th chord rooted on the A string. However, because it's an E major 9, you can also include the low E string, like this. Okay, so tension and resolution, while instead here we had more of a minor R&B vibe. So two nice and easy way to practice, to learn and practice these 4 chord positions. Okay guys, please let me know if you knew them already or if you have any questions about them. As always, the tabs, the chord diagrams and a music theory analysis of these chords is available on my Patreon page, together with additional resources for my patrons. Guys, one more thing that I rarely mention because I don't want to bother you while you watch my videos. I'm already happy that you guys spend time watching my videos. I'm already grateful for that. But the YouTube analytics show me that a huge percentage of you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is obviously absolutely free. So if you want to show your support, click the subscribe button. That will really help me very much reaching out to more people. Same for the like button. And in this way, guys, you will see my new lessons when they are out on your YouTube homepage. Okay. Anyways, thanks a lot for your support, guys, and for watching this video. If you have any questions, once more, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.